Hello students, how are you? Once again, welcome back to online social classroom. I believe you studied well the topic that I taught in the previous class. Today, I would like to teach the topic, the key features of Indian Constitution. Let us start our class. What are the key features of Indian Constitution? There are 5 key features of Indian Constitution. First one, federalism. What is federalism? Federalism refers to the existence of more than one level of the government. They are central government, state government and local self-government. What is the importance of federalism? Federalism is important because only one level of the government cannot govern the entire country. Hence, to form a government at different level is important. I told you there are 3 levels of the government. The central government is responsible for governing the entire country. Dear students, how many states and union territories are there in India? There are 28 states and 9 union territories. Each state has its own state government. For example, Kerala state has Kerala government. Tamil Nadu state has Tamil Nadu government. So the state government is responsible for governing the state. Next, local self-government. The local self-government or Panchayat Raj is responsible for governing villages or cities. Did you get the point? So what is federalism? Federalism refers to the existence of more than one level of the government. They are central government, state government and local self-government. Second point is parliamentary form of government. What do you know about the parliamentary form of government? A democratic government is one where the citizens of the country have the right to elect their representatives. These representatives are accountable or answerable to the people. When the constitution was being made, it was made sure that every citizen, irrespective of their caste, religion, sex, etc., will have the right to elect their representatives under the universal adult suffrage. This type of government is known as parliamentary form of government. Third point, separation of powers. There are 3 organs of the government. They are legislature, executive and judiciary. Each of these organs have different powers and perform different functions. Legislature refers to the elected representatives. Executive is a smaller group of people who are responsible for implementing or executing the laws. Judiciary means the court system in our country. Example of executive, president or prime minister. Example of judiciary, Supreme Court, High Court and District Court. In order to prevent the misuse of power by any one branches of the government, the Constitution says that each of these organs should exercise different powers. For example, the executive cannot interpret in the matters of judiciary. Each of these organs has limited powers. Fourth point, fundamental rights. The Constitution guarantees fundamental rights to every citizen of the country. These rights are, first one, right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, right to constitutional remedies. There are 6 fundamental rights. Let us study in detail. Fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are a set of rights that the Constitution offers to every citizen of the country. There are 6 fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution of India. First one, right to equality. All persons are equal before the law. It also states that no citizen can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, caste or sex. Second one, right to freedom. This includes the right to freedom of speech and expression, the right to form association, the right to move freely and reside in any part of the country, and the right to practice any profession, occupation or business. As a citizen of India, we have the right to freedom of speech and expression, right to form association, and right to move freely and live in any part of the country. Third one, right against exploitation. The Constitution prohibits human trafficking, forced labor, and employment of children under the 14 years of age. This is known as child labor. Fourth one, right to freedom of religion. Religious freedom is provided to all the citizens. Every person has the right to practice, profess, and propagate the religion of their choice. That means, as citizen of India, we have the right to practice any religion as our wishes. Cultural and educational rights. This is fifth right, cultural and educational rights. The Constitution states that all minorities, religious or linguistic, can set up their educational institutions in order to preserve and develop their own culture. That means all the minorities or religious groups or linguistic groups can set up their educational institution in order to preserve, in order to protect their own culture. Last one, sixth one, right to constitutional remedies. This allows the citizen to move the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. These very important rights. Let me ask some questions related to the fundamental rights. Are you ready? Which fundamental rights will the following situation violate? First one, if a 13-year-old child is working in a factory manufacturing carpets, which fundamental rights violate here? This indicates child labor. So answer, right against exploitation. Second, if a politician in one state decides to not allow laborers from other states to work in his state, which fundamental rights violate here? Right to freedom. Third, if a group of people are not given permission to open a Telugu medium school in Kerala, which fundamental rights violate here? Cultural and educational rights. Last one, if the government decides not to promote an officer of the armed forces for being a woman, which fundamental rights violate here? Definitely right to equality. So the fundamental rights are very important in the Indian Constitution. Our last point is secularism. A secular state is that the state does not promote any religion as the state religion. That means equal treatment of all religions by the state. India is a secular state. Dear students, this topic is over. I believe you understood the topic very well. Today we studied about the key features of Indian Constitution. First point, federalism. Second point, parliamentary form of government. Third point, separation of powers. Fourth point, fundamental rights. And fifth point, secularism. URL related to this topic is attached. Watch the URL carefully. Notes and test questions are also attached. Attend the test paper very seriously. We can meet in the next session. Bye.